Teacher Tribe, welcome back to another week. My name is Allison Wright. For those who are new, I am a second grade teacher in Treasure Coast, Florida. For those who are returning, thank you for being a part of the Teacher Tribe. Today is Tuesday. There was no school yesterday for Labor Day. Today is Tuesday, September 5th, and it is just past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. First and foremost, I got a new student, or I'm getting a new student. This is going to put me at 19. And I am very upset with myself because I knew I was supposed to do my gift name tags over the weekend so I can pass them out to my kiddos today. I'm like, I'll do them today, pass them out tomorrow, but now I'm getting another kid tomorrow, so that's going to put me at 19, and that means I'm not going to have enough. So I have to do them when I get home, put them all together so they all have them. And I'm hoping I can pass them out right before our friend gets here. But then I'm going to feel so bad because then he's not going to get one. Oh my gosh. I can never win with these name tags. Like I have no one to blame but myself. I had a good 2 weeks. Once my last student who came last week or week before last came, I should have done them. But then I had my baby shower weekend that put me off a week, but I had no excuse this weekend. I really did it. I had no excuse. And now I'm getting another kid. I literally got the email right before dismissal, so like an hour ago I got the email. I already added him on Dojo. I added mom. I'm going back and forth with mom with clarifications on his name. Trying to fill out his card and everything so when I go home I can do all the things. Guys, I did it to myself, and now I'm very upset. I am highly upset. Okay, anywho. Side note, today was an awesome day. I had all 18 today. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have anything to complain about. My friend did pretty okay today, besides the constant redirecting, which is of course in his IEP. I just had to remember to take a breath so many times when I'm dealing with him because I know it's not his fault. I just have to woosah multiple times. I have to woosah. Oh, I thought that was custodial. Yeah, I just had to take my breath a bunch of times to remember. Be patient. Plus, I'm not trying to raise my own blood pressure. But he did try again with like 1,000 redirections. Because I talked to another student, his attention is there. So it's bad, but anywho. We had a good day overall. We practically got caught up because we were still playing catch up from early release last week. So today during reading, we did Friday's reading, which was week one, day 5. We did that today and got caught up. So tomorrow, because today was week 2, day 1 officially, tomorrow when we do the worksheet and we read the story for the first time, it'll catch us up. So tomorrow I should be all caught up with reading. Math, we started topic 2 today, which was even and odds. They flew through it. Guys, my mind's already on our new friend. I gotta do the laptop. I have to do all the things. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna just end it here because I need to make a list of all the things that I need to do, make sure I have things on his desk. So, Teacher Tribe, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, Teacher Tribe. Today is Wednesday, September 6th, and it is just past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. I'm going to try my best to record quickly because I did see custodial and time crunch. Today was a good day. My new friend did show up. He is not shy at all. I've been telling you guys that this is a very chatty bunch. And it's not just my class, it's second grade all over because we're all complaining about the chattiness. And our new friend walked in talking. Walked through the door. Good morning, friend. My name is Mrs. Wright. Nice to meet you. Immediately started talking. Immediately. I was like, okay. all right. And then everyone's looking at him like, ooh, because, you know, first day of school, a lot of them were on mute, or at least mouse. He came out chatting, ready. But he has a good personality. He was even interacting in class. But we need to work on our sound effects, like majority of them do, as well as, what else did I talk to him about? Pretty much staying focused. A lot of times he'll just have the water bottle in his mouth, like the straw piece, and he'll just be chewing on it while he's doing his work. So I have to kind of, all right, drink your water, put it away, and focus on work. But besides that, he seems to be okay. Haven't gotten a gauge as to his level yet. I have to wait until tomorrow for him to do the state test that we did last week for him to play catch up, and I can have some type of data for him. So tomorrow, when he's in all of my other systems, like what happened last week with our new friend, when he was here, he didn't generate in everything else until 24 hours later. So hopefully by tomorrow, I should have him on iReady, on Clever, on all the things, so he can do that STAR test before we have to do the STAR math test on the 18th, so in 2 weeks. But it was a good day. I'm trying to talk quick. Our friend wasn't here today. Our friend that needs to be here was not here today. He was here yesterday, not here today. And we had another person whose attendance has been a little on the iffy side who also wasn't here. But normally she walks in late, so I was anticipating her coming late. Same for our friend, because when he does show up, he's late. But no, neither of them came, so hope all is well. But that was pretty much it in a nutshell. I have to catch up on grading. I graded their test. I just have to actually enter in their grade. Like, I went through and checked everything. Now I got to count, put their grade, and then put it in the system. So I have that to do to finish for math. I have their vocab quiz from Friday, which also did not get done because I left it here, but I did the math. So I'm going to finish that up. And then I'm pretty much going to call it a day. Hubby's at home today, so I have to go hurry up and go home. So it is about 4:30, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish grading and head home. All right, Teacher Tribe. See y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hello, Teacher Tribe. What is today? Happy Friday Eve. Today is Thursday, September 7th, and it is just past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. Today was a day. Today was one of those days where I would drink adult juice if I could. So, first and foremost, I had our one friend who was out. Again. Here's the only one out. So out of my 19, I had 18. I had one friend go home after lunch because I guess he had diarrhea and he, had a little accident, so he went home. Then, was it before lunch? Right before lunch, one of my coworkers had a family emergency, so we had to split her class. So I had 3 extra kids. So it was just a hectic day with the extra students, trying to kind of place them, and they didn't have all of the stuff that they needed to have for from their class, because she had to leave in such so with urgency, so they couldn't gather all the materials that they need to gather. So it was a lot. And then reading today, so for reading today, we did recount key details. We did it 3 times. I did it once as a guide, so that was the I do. Then on the front, we did it as a we do. And then on the back, instead of making it a you do, I made it as a you all do, like a group work. Guys, I want to say from the time I released it to them after the we do until right before dismissal, they were working on this. And it was not that hard, but it was a lot of writing. So before custodial comes in, let me show you what the worksheet is. So this is a resource from Markers and Minions. We freaking love her resources, okay? We use her teaching slides. We use her, is it the teaching slides? I think she has the teaching slides that I use. I don't even remember, but we use the close reading companions. So the close reading companions are just worksheets that are just nicely put together, and it blends perfectly with everything that's in our teacher's edition. So, and it also goes with most of the time it goes with the teaching slides. So maybe the teaching slides aren't hers. I don't remember off the top of my head. Anywho, so this is the worksheet we did. So I did the you do, or I do, which is where we read the paragraph for grasslands. So I read grasslands, I had them read it with me. I showed them how I picked out certain details from the section of grasslands. Why is it important? We had a whole discussion, and I also explained it. They followed along and underlined it. All right, now what I just did with grasslands, let's do together the same thing with the rainforest, because that's what this says. So, as a class, we reread the paragraph for rainforest. We picked out some details that were important. We worded it the same way it needed to be answered as a question, and then we wrote it all down. It was a lot. So what I did was I pulled up the same worksheet on the computer, and I typed in what they needed to write. So we did it together. I typed it, they had to copy it down. Down here, they needed to put, how does this add to our knowledge about habitats? We're talking about different variations of habitats: grasslands, rainforests, and coral reefs. So we talked about Antarctica last week. That's a whole nother habitat. Now we just learned about grasslands. So now you know 2 different habitats. How does this add to what you know about habitats? So I had them write it down. Now that is over, with your groups, you're going to do the same thing we did with grasslands and rainforests, but for the coral reef. So they needed to read the paragraph for coral reef, which is just 1 paragraph. Pick out important details, write it down here, and then tell me, that's another habitat we just learned about. How is this adding to what you know already? And then independently, they needed to answer the CFU at the bottom. Guys, it was pulling teeth to have this back part of the worksheet done. I'm talking about over a good hour. So I released them. I let them continue working on it during small group time. I let them continue working on it during MTSS time. I let them work on it through half of content time. And then I'm like, you know what? F it. Guys, just put it away. Like, it was bad. So I need to, it's not that they couldn't do it, because when we were doing it together, we were flying through it. What took that time, obviously, was for them to write it down, which is granted. You know, second graders, beginning of the year, copying something down, it takes some time. But to do the same thing we just did twice on your own with your group, not like I'm making them do it on their own, with their group, with their peers. And remember, I had 3 additional students. So I had 5 people at each group. And it was still difficult. It was just mind-boggling. But when that was over, it didn't really bother me too much that we finished halfway through content, because content today was only a video. So we watched that right before we had to pack up for dismissal. So we still got to do everything, and it didn't bother me so much because MTSS and small group normally we don't really do yet. But I was supposed to BAS test one of my kids today, but because she was so involved in it, I might push it for tomorrow. I'll BAS test her tomorrow. But that was bad, guys. Math went pretty good. Today we did skip counting by 2s to identify even and odd numbers, and using a number line. So that was pretty good. But reading was it, guys. Anywho, besides that little hiccup, today was a pretty decent day. My new kid did kind of catch attitude. I told you yesterday he was a very chatty one. And because everyone else is working on him alone, him and another student, my ESOL student, took the whole time everyone was doing front and back to copy what we did here that I had on the board. It took him a little over an hour just to copy that, because he kept getting distracted by the other people who finished copying it and was moving on to the group work. And it's not like he was participating, he was just kind of being nosy and not copying what he needed to copy. And And then when I keep having to say to him, every time I look at you, you're not writing. And then he wants to go to the bathroom. He wants to get a drink of water. I'm like, dude, no. I need you to finish copying from the board. And then he wants to start talking under his breath about how I'm a bad teacher or I'm so mean. And then, of course, the other kids who are doing their work, they gonna snitch. So I said, oh, really? I'm mean? Let's see how your mom thinks about. Let's see what your mom thinks about that. I'm so mean because I'm making you do the work. I was like, okay, that's fine. So just let mom know, hey, his focus has been off today. I don't know what's going on. We had a great morning, but now because he doesn't want to copy something that's taking him over an hour to do, he's catching attitude. She said, I'll speak with him. I said, okay. And I left it alone. And the funny thing is, when he was done copying it, he didn't do anything else, but when he was done copying that, he came up with the rest of the people who are showing me their completed front and back paper. He's coming up to me to show me he finished the one step. I said, okay, what about the rest of your worksheet? And he goes back to his seat. I'm like, how you catching attitude with me? What did I do? Everyone else is finishing up their work. You just finished the first part and all you have to do is copy from the board. We don't get paid enough, guys. And honestly, I can't drink. I keep saying that. I can't drink. I can't drink. I can't curse these kids out. And it's not all of them, just a select few. But it's all good. It's all love. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it at there. I finished grading some of the grades that I've been procrastinating, put it in the system, passed it back out. I have one more thing that I need to grade, which was their vocab quiz from last week, which is probably gonna get graded maybe tomorrow while I have them doing either Fun Friday or while I'm at Resource or something, because I'm ready to go home. But with that being said, Teacher Tribe, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hello, Teacher Tribe. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, September 8th, and it is past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot to complain about. Today was a pretty good day. Out of my 19, I had 16 for most of the day because our friend showed up right before lunchtime. So he missed half the day. He missed all of his services. And I asked him, where have you been? We've missed you. We haven't seen you since Tuesday. I've been home. Why? Okay. And there's no one to complain to because it's been like this. Everybody knows this is how it's been. So I reported the fact because earlier he wasn't here. Today was his third consecutive day out. So I reported it. And I think our attendance lady said they're going to send a social worker out there. Because I don't anywho. And then on top of all of that, after he missed so much because he's been missing so much, they pulled him for testing because he was here. So the other half of the day, he didn't do anything with our class because he had to make up state testing stuff. Technically, our class isn't doing state testing until I think next week or week after next. But because he's ESC, he has to be pulled for a smaller group setting. So they pulled him today. He's here. They pulled him while they can. So once he came, I texted the ESC push-in lady who helps him in my class. And she said, okay, great. I'm going to come and grab him. So that's what happened. So he didn't have much schooling today. But for math, we learned about arrays, and I decided to utilize Kahoot. I love Kahoot. If you've been following me for the last 2 years on YouTube, I do Kahoots religiously. Well, I would not say religiously, but I do them a lot, especially when it comes to reading and utilizing our vocabulary quizzes and blase blase. But today was my first time introducing it to them. They picked on it quick, and since it was Friday and we were going to be able to do Fun Friday because we had a PBIS event, which was just movie and snack, I figured let them utilize their computers. So they picked up on the math quickly. I found a Kahoot for arrays and I let them do that. They really enjoyed it. They enjoyed making a little customized character with their name, and it was pretty fun. And then I introduced them to it. The top three winners on the podium will get a dojo for being so awesome, and it was really nice. So it was a fun day. Reading It didn't take too long. I really had like a handful of people who were doing all of the talking, and at that point we have to get through it so we can do our PBIS event. So I was just taking it. Let the 2 or 3 people answer, I type it on the board, everyone else copies it. I was not gonna let them take over an hour to do this group assignment again. So we did it. So we got through everything that needed to get done. For the remainder of the day during our PBIS event, they had to pay 10 Shark Bucks, and as a second grade team, we decided to do snack and movies. It was supposed to be popcorn and movies, but I forgot I had to get the popcorn. So I just let them eat their snack during the movie, and if they didn't have snack, I gave them one of my class snacks so they can eat while watching the movie. So we had a save. But it was a pretty good day, nonetheless. I can't complain. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna just wrap it up here. The weather outside is terrible. I had to take somebody's umbrella. I'm not gonna lie, I did say take because I found one and I took one because my umbrella's in the car. What good is that gonna do? And it always happens, like when I bring my umbrella or when I remember to bring it out of the car, it doesn't rain. When I don't bring it, it rains. And it always rains during dismissal. It will be sunny and bright the whole day, and then right when dismissal comes, the heavens won't open up. It's not fair. Anywho, Teacher Tribe, I'm gonna wrap up this week. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below if there's anything you want me to tell you more of or talk more about, and I will see you all next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, Teacher Tribe.